Kenny Pickett.
Well, it's been a while since I made a video. Did you really think we were going to have the draft and I wasn't going to talk about it? I could not... Just watching this, I might get tears in my eyes. I mean, you see him covering his face because he's crying. Believe me, I was right there crying with him. I could not be more excited that the Steelers have Kenny Pickett as their new quarterback. I mean, wow. It like he says, it's a dream come true for him. It's a dream come true for us, too. The Steelers, probably the biggest blunder they made in their franchise history 40 years ago when they passed up on Dan Marino. I didn't think they would make that mistake again. I did think they were going to draft him going into the night. I don't know, about a couple months ago, I might have felt differently. I did think they were going to have to trade up to get him. I thought they would do that. I know the Steelers usually don't do that, but I thought they would do that. But they didn't, and they still got him. And, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there that say they probably could have traded down to get him. Well, what would you have gotten? You know, like maybe a third or fourth round pick to move 6 spots. I mean, I can look up the draft order here, but I know Tampa Bay, Tom Brady is not going to play forever. They need a quarterback. You're risking losing him if you do that. So, you know, I just could not be. Last year I was pretty excited when the Steelers got that running back, even though my buddy tells me he's one of the biggest liberals on the planet. Let's hope not. But I just couldn't be happier with. And the rest of their picks, they were a little weak on defense this year, but the rest of their picks were really well. My buddy from Buffalo is going to watch this. I looked up their draft. They had a good draft, too. They got a cornerback. Cornerbacks are always a need. He's only 20, so it might take 2 seasons for him to actually do anything. Then they got a running back from Georgia. I'm not going to talk about that Georgia team. They need a running back. I think they got a linebacker with their 3rd pick, and then their other picks were all late. But the people out there who are going to tell me that Kenny Pickett, what I look for in a quarterback is in the draft. You know, I was just watching Moneyball, and you can sit here and say, I know. Well, you don't know. And I have been wrong myself. What I'm looking for is, can he throw the ball 50 times a game and throw less than 2 interceptions? And I would absolutely say, yes, Kenny Pickett can do that. I don't even know if Ben could do that his first season. And a lot of criticism of Ben his first season was he was only throwing like 15 passes. You know, speaking of Buffalo, this might be a little bit on the high end, but I do think Kenny Pickett is comparable to Josh Allen. And Josh Allen, he was my favorite quarterback that was drafted that year. I forget which class he was in. Even his first year, I remember he wasn't throwing the ball more than 20 times a game. However, now I've seen him have 40 fantasy point games. That's 50 passes. That's at least 50 passes. And yes, I do think Kenny Pickett can do that. I think you are getting a quality starter out of Kenny Pickett for no less than 8 seasons. I would compare him to Matt Ryan, John Harbaugh, Joe Flacco. You know, now I have been wrong. I'll give you an example. I thought Johnny Manziel would be a star, and he could throw the ball 50 times a game in college. Well, he couldn't do it in the pros. He was awful. On the other end, someone who I thought was a bad pick was Kyler Murray. He is only I think he's like 5'8". I don't understand how at his size he is so good. But he gets it done. Now, the people who are going to tell me that Kenny Pickett is a bad pick, well, you know what you sound like to me? You sound like the people who want to try to tell me that Joe Biden's presidency is better than Trump's. Well, clearly you're an idiot, and no, you can't make an idiot smart. You like the highest inflation rates in 40 years and the highest gas prices we've ever had. And I know someone out there is going to say, well, that's not because of Joe Biden. You know what that's like saying? That's like saying, well, I'm all wet, but that's not because of the rain. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Of course it's because of the rain, you moron. And, the problem with Democrats is, they even know that you are going to get fucked. And this, going to my housing hunt, it's just been an absolute disaster. No, I can't find a house, and I would like to buy a house. I'm trying, and everyone wants to give me shit about it. Well, I don't have the money to buy a house in cash. I have to get a loan. So, I'm at the mercy of the appraisal. And so if the house appraises for whatever it appraises for, if the seller is asking for more than that, they want like $20,000 to $30,000 to $50,000 more than the appraisal, and I don't have the money for that. I don't have that much cash. I'm not that rich. So even if I said, well, I'll pay more, I can't, because the lender is not going to give me that much money. So there's just nothing. I mean, I'm trying as hard as I can, but there's just nothing I can do. And it's because the market is just so bad right now. No one is selling their house because no one wants to be stuck in the same boat as me, where they don't have anywhere to live. So, and everyone's afraid of how the appraisals are, right? They know that houses are selling for way over the appraisals, so no one's selling their house right now. And so, I really didn't think it would be possible for me to hate the Democrats any more than I did when Barack Obama was the president. Well, sure enough, Joe Biden found a way to fuck me. And I really think that these Democrats now, they know you're going to get fucked. They're like, well, I don't care. I'm voting for myself. I know it's going to fuck you. I just want to better my union. And they can't figure, I'm going to get an extra $5 a paycheck, from my union. Well, you're going to pay it back with the high gas prices and the high grocery bill. They can't figure that out. They're stupid people vote Democrat. I've said this and I continue to say this. The second you tell me you're a Democrat, okay, I understand your intelligence level. You're an idiot. It's that simple. You can't be intelligent and be voting for a Democrat at this point. There is no way. But we'll keep this video short. That's all I got. Have a good one. See ya.